Happy Sunday. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to re-listen to our community call. Thank you, Tiny, our number one rock star. Maybe I shouldn't say number one because it's a Dow, right? But one of our so amazing raw strategists who always shows up and represents. Always appreciate you for being here. And again, just everybody who is a part any way they can. I understand we're still trying to work on finding the correct times and days that really work for everybody. But that's fine. I was just telling Tiny here, even if it had been me, myself, I think just organizing these community calls, moving forward as we're wrapping up season 2, moving into season 3, and talking about how we can wrap up the season and prepare for the next. Organizing is a key, and making sure that we're doing things efficiently is the key as well, because we want to understand what we want our brand to represent. And if we're helping people go physical to digital, we want to be doing that in an efficient manner as well, because a lot of people are still in the physical and trying to combine the two. So by just remembering those kind of things in everything that we do, would just continue to create that culture for people coming here in Raw, feeling comfortable, and feel excited to get involved and not overwhelmed. So we have 3 main topics that we will be talking about today. And if you guys have noticed, we do have a new chat that I've mostly been sharing in, which is our Raw daily updates. And yes, I know that it shows that it says read only, but that's because I want this to be very focused on what our updates are for that day. So if you haven't been, Raw daily updates is one of those chats you want to make sure you are checking every day to see what's going on in Raw that day, that week, where you can get involved. So here I showed you guys our 3 main topics. There's going to be the fashion show. The countdown has begun. We're going to be talking about season 3 prep and events in the metaverse. And welcome, Havo. Thanks for joining. We are recording this, so again, we appreciate everybody that can take the time to join.
Hello, how are you?
Awesome.
Great Sunday, everyone.
Yes, happy Sunday. And before you got here, I was just telling Tiny how I'm trying to structure this into like 3 main topics. That way we can just run through the ideas, everybody, share in this think tank ideas, so that we can all, take from here and then go do in an efficient manner. So not it being too long-winded or too confusing, but just as we're wrapping up season 2 and moving into season 3, making sure everything we do is efficient, so that we're not taking up people's Sundays. They know, hey, I can go join for a 30-45 minute community call and then prepare for the week, however that may be. I prepare for my main job, my house, my all kinds of different things. Like you already know that the whole freaking saga of what we all got to do in our main lives and everything else. So nonetheless, though, back to what we are doing today is fashion show. So update, we have sold, or not getting sold, but 35 tickets have been claimed. So that's great. That's already more than we did last season. And a really great number. I think, it being intimate, it being people that are very interested is something that's very exciting, and just excited. So with that being said, something that I've been thinking is a goal, right? So we've got 1 more week to sell tickets, and I think a great goal would be to get to at least 50 tickets, which is super reasonable. That should be about, 2 tickets a day, and us really trying to push to tell people to get their tickets and get 50 tickets sold. And I know myself, I have not been pushing it too much. Actually building in the metaverse has been sucking up my whole life this week. The main reason also being is I've been having to leave my laptop alone. So I just have that running all day, kind of trying to save it and work with it and all kind of different things. I haven't been able to do a lot that I usually am able to do because my laptop has the metaverse on it. So that's why also yesterday or today I didn't do the metaverse, because I'm I need my laptop.
How many tickets did you say we sold? Sorry, I just started my notes.
35.
35? Nice.
Yes,
all right.
I know, right? And again, the really cool thing is I have no idea who most of these people are.
That's good.
like
So now we
all,
got some new people coming in.
yes,
It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited.
exactly. All really random names, really random people. And we've been getting a lot of really cool feedback on social media as well. Like for people that I have, that I'm not familiar with, like, oh, you can do this in VR. How do you do it? And I'm like, here's the ticket, And then again, one of the coolest things about what we're doing is, so right now, say for example, we have the fashion show. What's up, Acapella? Welcome, welcome. So we're having this fashion show, right? And say Musashi and I are currently talking about how many people can actually be in there at once. And so it's going to depend on a lot of different things. So first, he's going to go in one-on-one with each individual builder and designer. And I don't like to say designer because we have displays for so many different people. Like Acapella himself has some amazing buildings in there, and he's a builder. And that's a lot that we'll continue to work with, in our next season with a lot of our other events. And then Vlad has his books. And a lot of different people, and Elixim just has his regular NFTs. So but I guess they're all designers in their own way. But again, we are just showcasing so many different things. So Musashi is going to go in individually with each one of them to really kind of bring them up to speed on some like Neo's hands-on skills, some of the questions they may have experienced. It's been really great because this last week or two we've really got a lot of new designers in there as well. And Tiny, that's also to say, same as our tickets. Like we've sold 35 tickets, and they're all from completely random people that are not even like normal community members that we're used to seeing. Same with the designers that have popped up in there, right? It's like it's not the usual designers that were in season 1 when we're in the New York Fashion Show, or that are usually a part or just have popped up and seen what we're doing and taking a part. So very exciting, and a lot more are interested too.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm gonna try this week to I know we didn't have our like official strategy call, but I'm gonna try again to just like be more active on Instagram and make sure that I'm pulling those people in that like seem interested.
Okay.
And just try to just keep posting. I told you I'm gonna try to post every day this week. So
yeah.
we can get enough content done, and then we will. Good. I know we can make 50 tickets. We can definitely do that.
Exactly. And so, like Tiny just mentioned, so far we have sold 35 tickets, and you guys know the tickets are free, so I'm saying sold fluidly. But 35 tickets have sold, and we want to make a goal to at least sell 50. And why I want that to be a goal is because season 1 we sold 25. So if we can double our number this time, that would be amazing. You guys know me, I'm gonna always shoot really high and say we can really do 100. And how we would get to 100 again is not everybody can actually come into the metaverse at once. And that was the moral of the story I was just saying with the Musashi meeting with the designers and working with them individually to be able to optimize their displays. And then we're going to get a list of avatars that are actually already in Neo, so that we know that they're optimized to the most, that they can be optimized, and already friendly with Neos, already going to be like efficient, so that we'll have a list of these avatars. People can come in on Friday, stress test, make sure they can get in Neos, find us, put on an avatar, so Saturday we'll be good to go. And then at that time as well, we'll be able to gauge how many people can actually come in at once. If all 50 can come in at once, that would be amazing. But say we sell 100 and we say only 50 can still come in, we are going to still be streaming this on Twitch and YouTube. And because we're going to continue to have events in there and continue to stream it on Twitch and YouTube, we want to push that big, because that's a big part of it as well. Like, yeah, you can come into the metaverse to be a part, but you can always also get that same feel if you're just watching on Twitch or if you're just watching on YouTube. And why that's important is because, again, we're going to keep having events in the metaverse, and this is moving to the second part of our community call today, which is the events in the metaverse. So with that being said, right now we have officially 10 displays that have designers that have definitely kind of like set up, or I'm helping set up, and again that we're just optimizing at this point. But we have like 2 to 4 other designers that want to get in there, but it just is seeming like there may not be enough time to be able to really help them optimize and learn like we want them to. So instead of trying to rush and create, something that is just not working, because I've, it's crashed my computer at this point. Everybody gets in, things start to lag, and we don't want that to be what we represent, right? That was one of the reasons I had really started to get frustrated, because I know our reputation is important, and I know although we are surrounded by amazing people, amazing designers, a lot that are also up and coming, a lot that are understanding and willing to put in the grit and the work to make it happen. You also want to be mindful of what you're presenting to others, because some designers, may not like that friction in getting in. And of course, that would just mean maybe we're not as aligned. But again, when it comes to what we can do, just doing things the best that we can, right? So us being physical to digital and using the tools that we can, that also means be mindful and do what you can realistically. So something I've been thinking is to create a continuous showcase. So right now we will have these 10 designers, but maybe every month we can have like a monthly showcase and add like another 4 designers in there, where it's like each designer, can have a focus that week. Where at Tiny, you and I already do the physical to digital spotlight, so we can kind of intertwine all of it together, where it's like, okay, a new designer wants to put their display into our metaverse, so they'll be the spotlight artist of that week, get in Neos, learn how to start setting up. And then again, the cool thing is anybody can visit at any time during this process. So throughout the month while designers are setting up, again, they can kind of go and explore and see. And then at the end of the month we'll have a big showcase to put out new designers and continue to be able to outreach and grow and get more designers as we continue to gain more traction with it. So, what do you guys think about that continuous showcase? Any thoughts or ideas, questions, concerns, Havo?
Hi, I just wanted to ask, is that the continuous showcase of the fashion show, it will be for how long? Or it would just be, because I think I read somewhere that it will be for 60 days or something like that.
For 60 days? No. Oh, I'm not sure where you read that. This was just an idea that I had just thought of with a lot more of the designers that are like wanted to get set up kind of on the last day, and I'm like, oh, you wanted to come in today, but we kind of are trying to slow it down a bit. So we're going to just set up the 10 designers, and then every month we will launch 4 new designers. So this is here in the raw world. So like our continuous showcase, the fashion show will be on the 18th, and that would be more like a coming out party, right? Like, hey, this is the raw world. This is where we're at. This is what it looks like. This is what the displays are like. This is how you can use the QR codes. We'll have a lot of music. People can come in together, test it out, and then we'll continue to have events. So maybe like one Saturday every month, we'll go and have an event again and showcase 4 new displays.
Okay, yeah, that sounds better, because the idea of just taking it slowed a little bit and be adding designers monthly, that's even better, because we can have a constant promotion of it, because you will be adding more people every month. So yeah, I think that's right. And I wanted to ask also, I heard you mention that the tickets to be sold. You're in 35 right now, so you already sold 35.
Yes, we have.
Oh, that's great! Amazing! Congratulations! And how can is the same one that you sent the image of?
It is.
It's the same one. They can get the ticket from that link, or they can go. They need to go to another link.
Yeah, it is that link, the Eventbrite link. I'm gonna post it a lot more. I know I have not been posting a lot on social media either. So that's definitely going to be the big focus this week, is just promoting, putting it out there that people can get their ticket with that Eventbrite link. And although the ticket is free, why that's so important is because we are building a swag bag that people get to have. And Tiny, one thing as a strategist, I was thinking, like you said, we didn't have our call, is kind of making like a fun, like maybe like a swag bag, like a collectible, maybe I don't know, maybe like kind of like a card, and it's like, fill it in as you kind of collect each one of the things from the displays or something like that, to show this is your swag bag and you want to collect and add things to it, kind of thing. But like again, one of the first things that people will get is we're gonna have a stress test this week, and when they come in, they'll be able to test the QR code that will give them a Snapchat filter. So the Snapchat filter will be one that's explicitly made for the Raw Fashion Show, and it has the background that we have actually in our metaverse, so like the light up palm trees and the like sky and ground that we have, and then so that would be your background, and then it has some nice glasses on it. So then when you actually use the filter, it kind of look like you're in the metaverse as well. So we need to be able to email that to them and get them these directions so that they can stay connected. So that's why the tickets are important. Tell people, get your tickets so you can get your swag bag and get continued information about that kind of stuff. But they are free, and link is there.
Okay, so there will be the directions for getting the snap filter there as well.
Yeah, I actually haven't released those directions yet because I've been trying to like scavenger hunt the things a little bit, like post little teasers, and it's so funny because one person did notice it. Like I was in one other Discord, and I was just like, "Good morning," and they were like, "Oh, your scavenger hunt! It looks so cool. The clues have been really intriguing," and I'm like, "Okay, somebody is picking it up." So
that's nice. That's great.
It is. So I'll start actually putting out really clear like details this week though. With the avatars, I really wanted to have an avatar workshop on Friday, and then that kind of be the start of it. But again, with the idea on, no, let's slow this up and do this in a better way. Again, even having like a whole avatar workshop and then teaching people how to bring your avatar into the metaverse, and that being its own thing. One of those other events that we can do in Neos is just how we can continue to use this like continued events to get people in there and us continue to grow that traction. Also with continued events, one thing is music. You guys know that our music community here has been growing big time, and so one of the ways that we want to highlight that is my husband, he's big into kind of connecting people as well, and so he has this idea of a talent show, and it kind of being like the American Idol but in the metaverse. And how great is that idea, because everybody loves watching American Idol, and like I said, this will be streamed on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere. But getting artists in the metaverse and performing there, and then also connecting them with the fashion designers and having them wear their fashion, because again, we know people like Gucci Mane, the rapper, here in the US, is why people like paying whatever for Gucci kind of thing. So being able to connect all these different people by having events like that, we're gonna have a talent show. So the idea with it being kind of like every week, and by sorted by different genre, again, to kind of give those communities that time to spotlight and come together as well. So aside from just those talent shows as well, it's also having different watch parties. So you guys remember we were streaming the tech adventures in our metaverse, and as soon as I started to tell people that, they started to get really excited, like, oh wait, you're streaming that already in your metaverse? Okay, well, how can I join your metaverse to come watch that? And I'm like, oh yeah, totally, let's do it, come on in. So having more, if somebody's having an event, let's see if we can put it in our metaverse and host a watch party so we can all watch it together in our metaverse and watch it. Some other events, have you guys seen Binks or Planet Binks here in Discord? She posted, an event that a musician is actually having, and we will be streaming that live. That will be our first watch party, actually, and that's going to be on, I think, Wednesday the 22nd. So that's literally going to be right after our fashion show, and we're going to get rolling, right? And why are we going to do that? Because, again, the opportunity to collaborate. Open this up and let people know, hey, if you have an event going on, you can host it here in the Raw world. You have something that you're showcasing, a new NFT drop, come put up a display, a new music, video, come have a watch party in the Raw world, showing again others how they can connect with this space in order to also connect with their communities and enhance what they're doing. Hafa, I see you unmuted. Did you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to add, I think it's a fabulous idea. This one to be connecting the spaces, the show, the fashion show, and all the things that are happening in Raw. So it's amazing that we can also share it in Neos for the people that can on Neos, and we can be streaming on YouTube and Twitch and the Neos. We can also, have this idea of linking, making in real life events and link them with the Neos on fashion on the fashion show, and we can also link them with the Fashion Fridays and all the other spaces. So I think we can make a very like a good combination of adding all the spaces and maybe live stream so that people can bring here to Raw their project, their ideas, and we can actually give them this platform of having displayed on the Neos, and you can be on Twitch, you can be on Twitter Spaces,
Yep.
you can be
and
so
their people can come in on their own computer, explore in person. If they got VR goggles, can really go and touch stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great idea to be trying, linking all those, and trying to link as well for real life events. That will be amazing. Like to stream real life events like Jebel's Breakfast, to have it this stream on Neos. It will be amazing. To
Yeah.
have that bridge that for the community, so they can bring in and link the physical event with the Neos and the Twitter space. That would be lovely to see.
Yeah, and you already know it's coming. We got that whole Fashion Friday corner already, that whole section. I'm already plotting, oh yeah. Because with that, we also again want to have more workshops, right? Connecting with Dress X and filters. A lot of designers have already come in do you work with Jevels? Can we do something with Jevels? And I'm like, yes, exactly. That is the plan. Let's have Jevels in here and everybody come in and have a filter party, right? When everybody's trying on everybody's different filters and all these amazing kind of things that can happen. So definitely it's coming, and that's why this fashion show is just the showcase on what's to come. So just that mindset on it's a marathon, right? We're going to do the best that we can to get it done now. Continue. Season 3 is coming up. Create a roadmap on what we can accomplish in those 3 months, and then we'll be headed to Q4. What can we accomplish in those next 6 months, and create some short-term goals, long-term goals, and really start to try to plan what we can do. So on that note, the last thing was just that season 3 prep. So with that, we will be doing again these surveys to try to get a reading from everybody on how they felt this season went and some of the ideas that they would like to include in that roadmap in this next season. So Tiny has started to kind of post a lot of those different things, letting people know that is coming, because after our fashion show, we usually take a week break, and not really a break, it's just we won't have a community call. We try not to make any extraneous activities for anybody to do, because obviously everybody's been trugging at this point, and we still got a week to go, but we're heading in the right direction. And then want to come back season 3 kind of refreshed, but in that time, that's when we're going to be really regrouping and organizing. So some of the things we'll be organizing that anybody listening to this replay or here can share their ideas in the ideas chat is how to actually organize. So again, the first thing we're doing is just a survey, right? End of season survey and a roadmap for this next season. But we also want to, let me get my notes. I just lost my train of thought. Season 3. Prepping. So organizing. So town hall. Yeah. So like I just said, for these community calls, I only want 3 topics, right? Our 3 topics today was the fashion show updates, events happening in the metaverse, and season 3 prep, so that we can start getting efficient. That's what Raw represents, right? Efficiently being able to go physical to digital and help others. So I want these community calls to be digestible as well. So how to actually organize, having kind of like a town hall where people can all, go and voice their ideas and kind of share what they think can be added, because maybe having a setting like that might, be cool. I know Havo and I have created like an orientation where people can come and ask questions, and sometimes there are more people, most of the time there are not, which is perfectly fine, but that is still something we've established, so that if in the blink of an eye we get 100 more people, because we're up to like 220 in the Discord, so that's already maybe 100 more people this season. Once we do have those people that are looking for these tools, they will be there in place. So again, while we have this time this next season, those are some of the things that we're going to be focusing on, is actually how to structure our DAO, getting back into incentivizing and actually distributing incentives and stuff like that. You guys know we do have our build governance token. We are rewriting those contracts currently, so that's why we've been on pause a little bit with that. But you guys may or may not remember. If not, we do have that community call recorded from maybe about 2 weeks ago. But Wonderverse was here and did a presentation on some of their tools that we all kind of were in agreement on, that we want to give it a try. And theirs are all about tasks. So that's going to make it easy when we have these community calls and each team sets out, these are the tasks that we need to accomplish this week, being able to put it out to the community, anybody being able to complete any kind of task that can help our DAO, and then be able to receive incentives for that. Not only with the governance tokens what we have, but we also are going to start having some NFTs that are going to come out. And I haven't started mentioning this too much unless you've kind of started to overhear the stream team kind of things, but a little bit for my awesome posse that's here, my Raw DAO fam, they're going to be patches, right? And again, you guys probably have heard me say this before, but again, the patches, they are coming this season because they're going to be great incentives, right? So just like our POAPs, but imagine if you could take that POAP and have it as an AR filter, how now that's so much more powerful, because now you could put that filter on anything to say, hey, yeah, I got this, patch from Raw because I went to this workshop, or because I did this, or, supported anything like that. So, bringing those patches in with the roles that people can get, the things that they can do, and just putting it out there so that the community can be a part more important than anything. When I put it out there and was like, hey, can anybody make any letters for the directory that's there in the Raw DAO? That was an awesome collaboration. Why? Because that's Acapella's building. Materia ended up popping out there saying that she could, and that whole building is just a collection of like everybody's work. What's up, Havo?
No, I just wanted to add, the POAP that you mentioned. It will be super cool if we can have I don't know if you remember the idea that I told you with the resin. We can give it a little step further with those POAPs. With the people that wanted to do maybe kind of a minting, but not a minting at ourselves. So we can. It's very easy to make those. So you can make that in the US. I can make it here for different people that bought it on different places.
Exactly.
And it will be a very cool idea to have the physical thing of the POAP. That because the public NFT that everybody wants. It will be a super cool idea to also.
Yeah, and I think I had mentioned that Tiny does resin here in the US, and like you said, anybody can do it. There's a whole resin community. So imagine like now, and again, that even goes to, again, being able to put these tasks out to the community and say, hey, we're making patches, we're making NFTs, anybody can contribute to designing these. And now it's like these amazing things that, like you said, we can start putting as NFTs, or in models and different fixtures, and how great even that will be.
Yeah, of course, and we can add those also. With you mentioned the talent show, the American Idol style.
Yeah.
And we can also attach the music to those and
Yeah.
to give back to the people that bought. I think it's an idea that we can merge it with many areas that we're working on Raw right now.
Exactly. So, knowing that that's exactly that direction we're heading into, this is what we want to start, outlining. Let's create an actual outline so that it can be very plain to the community on how they can earn and very clear for the distributors on how to distribute. Because once we have that kind of stuff, then we can move into how to automate it, which you guys know we've kind of started to do. Although we like a lot of peer-to-peer and empowering the human to do what they can as well, we also are going physical to digital. So some of the processes that we can automate, we want to be automating as well. So again, that we are always keeping efficiency in mind so that we can help businesses be successful. When we say physical to digital and some of our missions, helping businesses and people go physical to digital so that they can be successful in the future is the whole mission that we all come together on. And that's why we use educating and networking and try to help people get to the tools that they need and have the support that they need while they're getting there is so important. So all of these different things that we're doing is just going to again be able to show people what we're doing. And so I'm really excited because I know we've been talking about it a lot, some of us longer than others, but we've all been saying the same thing. So it's just again amazing to be able to combine forces, be able to just say it louder, and show people again what we are all about and what we have coming in store. So this is just the beginning. Season 2 showcase is going to be a great showcase to again project us and put us in a great position in the future. So these are the things that we want to start talking about, before we get there, like start pre-planning and preparing for that. So with that being said, did anybody else have any last things that they would like to add about anything we've talked about today? No? Oh.
I just want to say I'm super excited for everything because I think most of these people are kind of new to the Raw DAO, but to watch you go from I think it was in October, right, when I started when you brought me into this whole thing or whatever.
Yeah, because it was kind of you came during the fashion show, but you didn't really get involved until a little bit after. So yeah, probably October.
Yeah, to see what and since the Raw DAO, since then, and then when the Raw DAO started to now, it's just so crazy to see how much shit has happened, right. And how it's just it's all coming together. So I just wanted to say that it's beautiful, and I'm so happy for you, happy for Raw, I'm happy for all of us. So
yeah, happy for all of us for sure. And if you guys don't know, Raw DAO officially started January 1st, 2022. At what was it, 111? So that's when we had our official drop. Before that we were kind of preparing, but I had put out my first physical to digital t-shirt, and that's when we were still partnering with Digital X, who helped really get us to a point of being able to establish ourselves on what a DAO was and what that looked like. So like you said, Tiny, it's definitely been a journey, and we just got so much more in store. So I'm really excited to continue to do this with you all. Appreciate you guys for being here. Like I said, the past few days, when you're looking around and you see the amazing people that you're surrounded around, it truly makes a difference. So again, I know I thank you guys all the time, but I truly mean it, and that's why I say it over and over and over again, because I can't say I couldn't do it without you guys, because knowing my crazy self, I would probably still try, but I wouldn't want to do it without you guys. So I truly appreciate you for feeling the same and being here. So on that note, and all of our listeners too, you too, all of you matter, because those YouTube views matter. And that's growing. We are growing literally all across the board, guys. And again, we are just getting started. So again, thank you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. We will be posting all of the content that we make today. You guys know me and Tiny going to go on the jam session and start to knock out a lot of content to tell people, watch our fashion show on Twitch and on YouTube next Saturday. That's the big message that we want to push. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, follow our social media so that you're up to date with what's happening. and get a part. That's the message. We will share all of that in the social media repost channel. So please feel free to share as well. Because again, the more that we do that, the more the message will be out there. What's up, Pablo?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if the fashion will be on this next Saturday. Are we gonna be, I know that we're gonna be doing the you're gonna be doing with the introduction in the Fashion Fridays, but are you gonna add some other dynamic with there, with the Fashion Fridays and Entourage for the fashion show? Because I think Entourage is gonna have a stand there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Entourage is gonna have a stand. I just met with MetaJack actually, and they have they basically just figured out which pictures they wanted to send to actually put, because with a lot of the tests and trials, what it had come down to, I just started to tell a lot of the designers, like, hey, just use pictures and QR codes, like just show a picture on what you got and then a QR code so that people can actually get to your NFT from there. So we definitely did talk to them, and we have a display that is going to be so beautiful. So I'm not sure on the dynamic on what we can do, because I think we're going to be in Decentraland at their actual display. So I think it would be great to be able to let them have a spotlight, talk all about it, and then maybe kind of, then Raw Dow will kind of mention like, hey, next Saturday we'll be in the Neos metaverse and Entourage will be there, and they'll have a display, and here's some more artists that will also have a display, and then maybe give other artists that are displaying a chance to be able to talk as well.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. I just asking because I would really like to maybe we can give a promotion on the Friday because we will have it on Saturday.
Yeah.
But I understand completely there will be Entourage space as well, and they rented the base and DCL for it, and also and that. So
yeah,
that's,
I wonder.
I just wanna.
Yeah, I wonder though. Like you said, if we could put our flyer in there, like, hey, because we do just have a flyer, and if we could just put it up like as kind of a combined thing, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I asked that to MetaJack if they're gonna put something like from the fashion show. Like I don't know if I ask you or MetaJack if we can add the ticket image to the poster.
Yeah.
And maybe just make a mention of it, because I know it's altered space in there, paying for it, basically, well, the central land is they're paying for the central land of the space, but making an investment for it. So I don't want to be just interfering with that, but I will also love to have some promotion for the Saturday fashion show because we will have it the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you can, that would be great. I definitely think at the least the ticket on the flyer will be awesome. And if they can't put a flyer in their actual world, definitely get it. They are more like luxury in the space, and I think Raw kind of is as well. I don't try to put us as like streetwear. I think we're kind of like luxe streetwear, which is like high fashion still, because I want our physical designers to still be valuable. But I know they're again one of those brands that are trying to be very careful with their aesthetics. So if they can't put a flyer in their presentation, that's cool. Yeah. At least on our flyer that we put on social media, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I asked MetaJack about it, and he told me he was going to get in contact with you to check that out.
Okay.
So I just mentioned it, so you can ask him about that, because I understand they have the branding and everything, and cannot work with those too much. So it will be just lovely if you can talk with him. If we can get the ticket there, image, it will be just great.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
That sounds awesome. And I was working with MetaJack on Sunday or Saturday as well. So I think it'll be perfectly fine. We'll just work it out, and that'll be part of this promotion this week, right? Just letting people know what we have, our Friday spaces, getting that out. And it's going to be great. We're finding a nice little flow. Again, things are really picking up momentum, and I'm just really excited to see all of us just keep going. So again, thank you for your work with that, Havo, with being a connection with that fashion. You being the front of that really makes a difference and keeps us like forward moving in that, especially when we're constantly connecting with these brands, right? We just said we're going to have a continued showcase in our world, so being able to let designers know that, like, hey, if you want to, set up a display, you can also, sign up for that kind of thing as well. And although we may only do 4, a month, 1 a week, maybe we'll start kind of getting that
Okay.
same kind of wait list, or kind of gauges, see how that stuff works. But
Yeah, I also wanted to ask, if you when you mentioned the music show, the music performance, I totally just snapped the idea because I have the idea for the digital fashion influencers, like Alana, you have Teflon Sega, you have Eko Olska. They're already connected with them, and I have two more other digital influencers because I'm making a space for it. So I think we can offer them like the opportunity to make a performance in the neos, in the show, in the fashion show. It will be just an ideal because they have music. They're trying to get the message of the sustainability message, like it calls guys are all about sustainability, and we can maybe have a performance, like a live performance or something like that in the neos, and also add into the fashion show, and connected with the Twitter space, the digital influencers, the Twitter space.
that would be cool. And a lot of people have been asking about the music, and that's definitely something I need to confirm too, on like maybe if there's like a playlist that we have going, I don't know, or like you said, even a live performance. That would definitely be something that needs to be confirmed so that we can do that. Because I mean, a live performance, that would be cool too, as like a little taste on, hey, this is what's coming too. More fashion displays, more, musical presentations. And then even in
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
again, letting people know, hey, this is our, Saturday fashion show. And if you want to come back for another one of these watch parties, we're having another one this week. And we're going to keep going and keep having events. So, this is, come back and keep being a part.
Yeah, the 100%, and we can also, make the with the different all the musicians that we have on the server. We can have that kind of a concert that be changing. Maybe 2 or 3 guys that take on music there. I also have a guy here in Mexico. A part of my teammate that he's just he makes the music like forever, and he has a super nice digital studio, and he told me that he can make this live performance and be and mixing and everything with video, so we can display it over in neos. So I will feel that will be super cool as well, so we can encourage the music the musicians, they're here on the raw, and also the ones that wanted to enter here, so they can have a live performance in the metaverse in the fashion show. It
Oh
will be
yeah.
that's what will be
Pablo,
amazing for everybody.
you are gonna lose your mind when you see Acapella's music hall, like his auditorium that he built. That well, we're gonna be having these sessions in. It is sick. It's sick. um,
I can't wait for it. Yeah, my computer doesn't run Neos, but I already got one, so I'm just waiting to Saturday to be there, and it will be amazing. The videos that you have show is just wow. It looks so super cool.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm happy I've been able to kind of showcase a lot of the different things. Like you can use the Snapchat filter. I did that from my phone at my laptop. That worked. I can get to Vlad's book on Amazon. A lot of, you can really connect physical to digital, digital to physical, and see how the two are connected. So on that note, again, very, very excited for us just continuing to spread this message in all these amazing ways that we're doing. Again, thank you, Havo, for adding those amazing ideas, because again, it takes us all seeing that vision and being excited about it and driving it forward. So y'all hear it's coming, and we're just getting started. My favorite phrase for now, and I can't wait a year from now when I'm not saying we're just getting started, and it's like it's more coming. We're not even done yet. We're not even close to done, but we are still just getting started, and you already see we are keeping it raw, doing what we can, and it's making magic. So thank you guys again. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I will talk to you all soon. Peace.
Bye bye. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.